1 second here, guys. Okay, let's see who we have for round 3. Number 1, buzz in, tell us your name, please.
My name's Joe.
Who's your favorite Beatle?
John.
John Lennon. All right, so Joe, we have up here that's representing the Lennon camp. Number 2, buzz in and tell us your name, please.
Jane.
Jane, who's your favorite Beatle?
I love Paul.
You love Paul.
Obviously.
Very cool. And you ever seen Paul in concert?
Many, yes.
Many?
Quite a few times.
Quite a few times. Okay, favorite Paul song?
Ooh, Maybe I'm Amazed.
Maybe I'm Amazed. This is a great one. Sure it is. Good to have you with us, Jane. And number 3, please buzz in. Tell us your name.
DR from Bed-Stuy.
DR? Wow, what a cool name. How do you spell that?
The letters DR.
Oh, well, okay. Okay. See, I'm an accountant. DR means debit, okay? That's what that means. DR, okay. DR, is this your first fest?
No.
No, you've been coming for a number of years?
It's my first one since 2008. I've been to 3.
Well, it's good to have you back.
Thank you.
What's your favorite part of the fest?
Everything.
Everything. Okay, good to have you with us, DR. And number 4, please buzz in and tell us your name.
I'm Crystal.
Crystal, great. You've been to the fest before?
The last time was 1996.
Wow. Well, it's great to have you back. We missed you. Who's your favorite Beatle?
George Harold Harrison.
George Harrison. Very nice. Okay, so we have Joe, Jane, DR, and Crystal, right? Okay. Good to have you all with us. Let's reset the board there, James. And we are going to do a bunch of questions for another dear departed member of the Beatle family, Sir George Martin. George was obviously very, very important to the Beatles story. And a lot of these things will be, like we did the Dylan thing before, these will be about George Martin and the Beatles, of course, okay? So, let's start with this one, Beatle fans. The George Martin Orchestra takes up one full side of which Beatles album? Tell us, Joe.
Yellow Submarine.
Yellow Submarine, right into the mic. We gotta hear.
Submarine.
Is that mic not? James, is his mic not working? The buzzer's working. Try again.
Nope.
No, mic might be dead. Joe, when we call on you, shout it out.
Yellow Submarine.
Atta boy. All right. Very good. Okay. Beatle fans, tell us, what was the name of the 1973 single that George produced for Paul McCartney and Wings? Joe?
Live and Let Die.
Live and Let Die, absolutely correct. Joe moving out to a 10-point lead. Very nice. Okay. Beatle fans, tell me, what did George Martin famously tell the band after they recorded Please Please Me? That looks like DR.
Congratulations, boys. You've got your first number 1.
Congratulations, boys, you got your first number 1. Which of course, is not true. Okay? And if you doubt me, go get out your copy of Beatles 1 and tell me where Please Please Me showed up. But I digress. Okay. No, it was number 1 on one of the charts in England. It was. Okay, but didn't make it onto the number 1. Okay, but that's 5 points for DR nonetheless, which is good. Okay, and you know, early on in those early sessions, you know, those famous quotes. At the Beatles' first session, what did George Harrison tell George Martin he didn't like? Go ahead, Joe.
For a start, I don't like your tie.
You didn't like his tie. There you go. Nice. George Martin says, so that's 10, should that be 15? Should be 15, there we go. Joe, I got you covered, all right, buddy? We'll make sure we don't cheat anybody
My
here.
favorite part of the fest.
We're not in the business of cheating anybody. That's our tagline here at the fest, okay? All right. Beatle fans, for which Beatles song did George Martin famously take 2 versions, one slow, one fast, in different ways and put them together? Joe?
Strawberry Fields Forever.
That's correct. Strawberry Fields Forever. Exactly. Okay. And Beatle fans, look, this was this kind of an interesting question. What was George Martin's contribution to the soundtrack of The Love Show in Las Vegas? What did he do for that? It was his last job with the Beatles, Joe.
The scoring of While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
The string arrangement of While My Guitar Gently Weeps. That's 25 for Joe. He's our winner of round 3. Nice job, Joe. All right, so Jane, DR, and Crystal, you guys go see Al. He has prizes for you. Come on.
This is going to be a great round. 4 very dear experts.
Let's see who we have in the, these are our 4 finalists. Andrew, wave to everybody. Then Benjamin, wave to everybody. Joe and Mark, these are your trivia finalists for Saturday. Okay, now you guys are the best and brightest of Beatleland, at least for today, right? So we're going to continue on with some of the tougher questions, okay? These won't be the, you know, what song mentions Father Mackenzie, okay? That's all over, okay? We're done with it. Okay. We'll do. No pressure. Why? He ran the table. I'm giving him nothing. He ran the table. He ran the table. He was good. There's money changing hands over here. They're betting on you. Wow. Okay. No, we're not going to make it that difficult. But you know what? Just for fun, we're going to do a few of those Christmas questions. No? You want your money back? Is that what's going on? All right, we won't do it. Okay. Maybe later. All right, I'll tell you what we will do for Benjamin, okay? The game is in his hands. Benjamin, pick a number between 1 and 25, but remember, 25 was Christmas questions. So pick a number between 1 and 24.
23?
23, okay. All you had to be doing was paying attention because that's all the Bob Dylan questions again. Andrew's like, yeah! No, we ran out of them. Try something besides 23, that was Dylan.
21?
21, okay. 21, okay. This is all early Beatles. Early Beatles. But when I say early Beatles, I mean early Beatles. All right. We'll start with some of the general ones, but then it will get a little bit nutty. Okay? So let's try this. A live album of the Beatles performing in Hamburg in December '62 was recorded at which club, Joe?
Star Club.
The Star Club in Hamburg, Germany. There you go. 5 points. Okay. Beatle fans. What event happened in Beatle history the following... I'm sorry, let me start that over. What event happened in Beatle history on August 23rd, 1962? Tell us, Andrew.
62?
62, August 23rd, 62.
Was it the last time we played the Cavern?
Not the last show at the Cavern, no. Beatle history, August 23rd, 1962. Mark?
Ringo became an official member.
Nope. Joe?
Pete Best was sacked.
Nope. Benjamin?
They released Love Me Do.
Nope. All good guesses. But I think we've run out of contestants. Let's go to this side. This lady right on the end. John and Cynthia got married. Come on up and get a prize. On this day in Beatle history, we're out of 1962, okay? This is free reign. On this day in 1966, John was interviewed for the London Evening Standard and offered up what controversial statement, Benjamin?
Live bigger than Jesus.
I think he meant they were taller than Jesus. Because Jesus was only 5'4".
I don't know which would go first, rock and roll or Christianity.
Okay, well, Benjamin got that right. On this day in history, 1966, John offered up that pearl of wisdom. So that's 5, well, let's give him 5 points. I mean, for the accent, if nothing else. Right? Okay, so that's pretty good. Okay. Okay, Beatle fans. In 1962, okay, with Ringo on drums, they had their first session September 4th. What song did they record that day which would later become a #1 hit for Jerry and the Pacemakers? Benjamin?
Oh man, I thought it was a different one. Okay,
Might want to wait till it gets out then.
They did
I think it's blanking.
It's a finals. We're gonna have to cut you here. 3.
Wait, I got it. It's Oh no, it's.
No. We got reset the board. Tell us, Joe. How do you do it? How do you do it? Was that the one you're thinking, Benjamin?
Yes, I was blanking out on the title.
Oh, I know. Okay. Well, that having been said, Joe got 5 points out of it. Okay.
On the spot.
That's the idea. We put you on the spot. It's kind of how the game works. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Another friend of the fest, who we lost over the past couple of years, was a dear man, a guy named Andy White. Okay. Andy recorded 3 songs with the Beatles at the September 11th session. Name all 3, Benjamin.
Please please me.
Please please
Love
me.
Me Do, and I think One After 909.
Oh, you're so close. It's Please Please Me, Love Me Do, and whoever gets the third one gets the points. That looks like Mark.
P.S. I love you.
P.S. I love you. Love Me Do, P.S. I love you, Please Please Me. You got the hardest one. You got Please Please Me.
At least give me 1 point for that.
Because that'll help Hal when you have 21 points. No, I don't. Okay. Let's, you guys want to stick with this real early Beatles stuff?
No, let's go to later Beatles.
Okay, give me another number, Benjamin. Pick a number between 1 and 23.
23.
Oh, that was Dylan. 1 and 22.
1.
1. Okay. Fair enough.
Oh goodness, I'm scared. What did I get myself
No, this chapter's called "The British Are Coming." About when the Beatles came to America. Okay. But I'm warning you, when someone has 20 points, there's going to be like a 5-part question. You got to get them all right. Okay. Beatle fans, tell me, what was the first Beatles album released in America?
Introducing the Beatles.
That's right, Benjamin. Introducing the Beatles. That's exactly right. Beatle fans, tell me, what was the name of the second Beatle album released in America? Mark?
Meet the Beatles.
Meet the Beatles, that's right. Beatle fans, tell me, what was the name of the third Beatles album released in America? Andrew?
Would it be the second album?
The Beatles' second album. Of course that's their third album. Of course. Okay? 5 points. There you go. Nice little run there, right? Okay. Beatle fans, at what venue did the Beatles perform their first... Benjamin?
The question was first U.S. concert, and the answer is the Washington Coliseum.
If only that were the question, you would be absolutely right.
What was the question?
Listen, I want you to make so you know I'm not ripping the kid. We're going to have Susan Ryan read the question in its entirety.
Reset.
Right here.
Yes.
Okay.
Reset.
Reset. Hold on, and then Susan Ryan will.
At which venue did the Beatles perform their first New York concert?
Andrew.
Carnegie Hall.
Carnegie Hall. Very good. And by the way, New York is underlined and capitalized. I mean, really.
Wait for the question.
Wait to get it out there, Benjamin. But you were absolutely correct in your statement. It's a 4-way tie. We're having a little fun here.
I answered the wrong question.
You just answered the wrong one. That's all you did. Okay. Guys. On their 1964 U.S. albums, the Beatles recorded songs from which 2 Broadway shows? Tell me, Andrew.
Till There Was You.
Which was from The Music Man.
Right.
And... 2 Broadway numbers on their early U.S. albums. Till There Was You from The Music Man and... No, let's reset. If anyone else gets it up there, you get the points, Mark.
A Taste of Honey.
Right, from which show? A Taste of Honey, of course. So, Till There Was You and A Taste of Honey from Broadway musicals. How about that? Okay, Beatle fans. When the Beatles' names were flashed on the screen during the Ed Sullivan Show, What note followed John's name, Joe?
Sorry, girls, he's married.
Sorry, girls, he's married. Very good. Okay, that's 15. Let's give him some points there. Okay. By the way, which of you guys plays musical instrument? It's real, not for points. Okay. Go ahead.
I play bass.
Bass?
I play piano, guitar.
Piano, guitar, bass? No?
No musical talent.
No musical talent. Okay.
And mine's a Hofner.
Don't give us
All right. Okay. I'm just curious for later. No. Okay. Let's reset the board. Very good. Okay. Beatle fans, on that first Ed Sullivan Show, name the actor who appeared and later went on to be in a major hit band of the 60s, Mark.
Davy Jones.
Davy Jones of the Monkees, right. 20. Very good. Okay. You guys want to do one of my favorite questions?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm kind of scared though.
Don't be. Swear to God you don't have to be. It's just a really cool question. Okay? You guys familiar with the Something New album? Remember
Yeah,
that
I
one?
love that one.
You know it, right? Picture it? Okay. Got it, Mark?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a picture of the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Know the answer.
You do. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the third song on Something New?
Oh, wait a minute.
Let's reset the board.
No, wait a minute. I know it.
I know where you thought you were going.
I was here once before. You reset the board.
Clear the board. Now that we've blown that question. Okay. All right. Guys, we reset, we'll go to a different question. Okay. Name the only capital label, Beatles single, which had cover songs on both the A and B sides. Non-Lennon McCartney.
Matchbox and Slow Down.
Matchbox and Slow Down. Remember, you got the dead mic. You got to blurt it out.
Matchbox and Slow Down.
Matchbox and Slow Down. Very good. Nice job. Okay. Beatle fans, tell me. Tell me the name of the Lennon and McCartney song that went to #1 in Billboard in 1964 that was not a Beatles song. Benjamin?
Pretty sure it was World Without Love.
You're 100% sure it was the World Without Love. Okay. Very nice. Do we give him points? All right, so 15, 15, 15, 20. We got a great game going here. Guys, there was a disc jockey back then named Murray the K, who often called himself the fifth Beatle.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You'd think after the Carnegie Hall thing, right? Can we reset that? Unless you want to just guess how this thing ends. Okay, no, let's reset the board. Okay. There was a disc jockey named Murray the K, who often referred to himself as the fifth Beatle. What was Murray's last name? What did the K stand for, Andrew? Kaufman. Very good. Murray the K, that's 20 points. Very good. Okay, since we got a couple guys with 20, I need 3 answers to this. 3 Beatles songs, okay? You know it? Who said that? I can name 3 Beatles songs. Let's say, Hey Jude, I'm the Walrus, hello the Bug. No? All right. Now, Capitol was the main label here in the 60s, for Beatle records, but some of those early ones were on VJ, right? You guys remember that? We did the whole introducing the Beatles thing before? Okay. There were 3 songs on those VJ albums that were never issued on a Beatles Capitol album in the 60s. Name all 3.
From me to you.
Me to you?
Oh, it's hard to think that fast.
That's why I typically get the whole question out first. Go ahead. So,
from me to you.
From me to you.
From me to you.
Yes. And 2 more that were never on a Capitol album in the 60s. We're gonna do the 5-second rule here.
It's just to draw a blank up here.
Let's reset the board up there, James. I need 3 songs. Let's hear them, Benjamin.
Well, he said From Me to You.
I need 2 more.
Please Please Me.
Nope, not one of them. Okay, let's reset the board. 3 Beatles songs that appeared on VJ, but not on a Capitol album in the 60s, Mark.
Come give it down a Honda and Cecilita.
No, those weren't on VJ. Easy. Aisle. Okay, Andrew?
From me to you.
From me to you.
There's a place.
There's a place. And whoever gets the last one. I think that's the 5-second rule coming into effect here. Reset the board. We know it's from me to you. We know it's there's a place.
Oh.
And
I think it's from me to you. There's a place and a taste of honey.
not a taste of honey, no. I just need the third one. No one?
Oh goodness.
Tell them, Rosemary.
Misery?
Of course, it's Misery. Don't you remember when the whole world laughed at us in 1980? The Beatles' Rarities album came out. It had Misery and There's a Place. And people going, Rarities, great. You know, 2 songs off the first album. Right. So how about that?
That's an EP. That one. It's still VJ. Still VJ, but
It was also on Introducing the Beatles,
You're right.
and not on a Capitol album.
I knew that.
We good now, Joe? Are we good now, Joe?
Just don't know what I'm.
Are we good? Say it. Okay.
We're good.
All right, we're good. I'm glad we're good on that, Joe. Let me ask you guys this. We'll stick with Meet the Beatles, okay? We'll leave VJ out of it, okay? What's the only song on Meet the Beatles not written by a member of the group, Benjamin?
It is Till There Was You.
That's correct. 20 points. Now, I'm going to ask my good friend Al Sussman his opinion on something. Al, we have 20, 20, 15, and 20. If the score were to be tied, a 4-way tie at 20, do we bring out the big gun?
We bring out the big gun.
You got it. Okay. All right. All
You
right.
guys are in for it now.
Oh goodness.
You guys, let's just put it this way.
Well, who
You want to
has
hope
15?
Joe doesn't get this one right. Okay. I'm all in.
I hope I don't get it.
I'm over there. Joe's running. He's getting out of here. We're out of those British are coming questions, so I'm going to go to another chapter.
There's some solo.
You want to go to a Christmas?
Let's do some solo questions.
Yeah, Christmas.
You want to do the Christmas one? Right, we had a deal. I'm sorry. All right, no. Tell you what we're going to do.
Solo Beatles.
One Christmas song.
One Christmas record. Okay. Joe, how familiar are you with the Christmas records? I'm just
I listen
curious.
to them every year.
Okay. Let's see what you guys know. No. Al has a book under there wrapped in velvet that he comes out and grabs.
My mouth is
Okay.
very dry.
Okay. No, we'll do a Christmas one, and this is not the big one. But let me ask you guys this. The 1968 Beatles Christmas record features Tiny Tim performing what Beatles song? Joe?
Nowhere Man.
Nowhere Man, that's right. Okay, here it comes. As Ken Michaels will quote from The Honeymooners, now get ready, here it comes.
Can we do honeymooners?
No, we can do Honeymooners trivia out in the hallway after this. All right, you guys. Swanee River, right. Swanee.
You know what?
I'm not going to give the big kahuna since you guys are all good honeymooner. Okay. You're all good honeymooner fans. Okay. Let me ask you a question. Who can tell everyone who is the composer of Swanee River?
Ed Norton.
Ed Norton. No, I'm sorry. The correct answer is
Can that be the answer for the contest?
Stephen
Stephen Foster. What? You were about to. All right, go ahead, say.
Stephen Foster.
Stephen Foster. Well, you've been a wonderful sport. It's been good seeing you. Okay, no. All right. So Stephen Foster wrote Swanee River. Okay, Honeymooners fans. Okay. Stephen Foster also wrote a song which appeared on a Beatles album.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say A Taste of Honey.
He did not write A Taste of Honey. Right church, wrong pew, as we say over on my side of the tracks. Whoever gets this wins the game. Stephen Foster wrote what song that appears on a Beatles album? You guys started this with the Honeymooners, okay? What do you think? How we feeling now, Joe? Not too good.
I'm sorry I answered the last question.
You started this. Mark, Joe, it's not a trick question. You can buy this album down in the Beatlefest flea market and look and go, oh my God, Stephen Foster wrote that song.
Can you give us a hint?
I can give you a hint. It's on a Beatles album and it was written by Stephen Foster. That's about all I can give you right now.
Of course it's
It's early Beatles. Not yet, okay? But I think in all the years I'm doing this seriously, it's the first time we've had a four-way tie at 20. Andrew, tell us. It is not changed. Carole King wrote that. Okay? Stephen Foster. Okay, I think, Al, is this, I mean, I never noticed, but is this the first time we've had a four-way tie at 20 and playing for the game? It's best, this is as good as we've had it. Okay? Give these guys a round of applause because this is as good as we've had it. But back to the business at hand. There is one Beatles song written by Stephen Foster, which Benjamin thinks is...
Act Naturally. I'm probably wrong, but...
It is not Act Naturally, you are definitely wrong. No,
What do you think the angle?
you're trying to think of the angle? They started with Honeymooners trivia. That's the angle.
I don't even know the theme song, so I can't guess.
By the way, that 25, we're only screwing with you, Andrew. That's not real. You don't win. Get him back to 20. We all know the score at this point. Buzz in so we can take that out of here. Okay. All right. That was just for effect, a little. Does anyone want to take a stab at this? I'll tell you what. Do we have an extra prize? Like an extra good prize to give? Or Josh hasn't even brought the other one. I'll tell you what. This is for the grand prize. I will give a gift certificate to the flea market, okay, to the person who gets this. It's for the Words of Wisdom jewelry table. When you go right in, they have all the necklaces and keychains. It's a certificate for a free fab for, I need someone who hasn't won anything yet this weekend. Right here in the glasses. Beautiful Dreamer by Stephen Foster on the Beatles Live at the BBC album. How about that? Volume 2, BBC on air.
That's cheating. It wasn't that's cheating. It's not a stupid.
No, the idea here is not for me to stump the whole room, but I won't lie to you, it feels pretty good. No, I didn't stump the whole room, somebody got it. Okay, where did we leave off? Christmas trivia? Or I tell you what, who got the Stephen Foster thing? Raise your hand. Tell us your name?
Michelle.
Michelle. I'm going to ask you to pick a number between 1 and 20, and that's where we're going to go in the book.
5.
5. Okay. 5 is...
This is intense.
Okay, it's a chapter I call Can I Take You Out to the Pictures? It's questions about the Beatle movies.
Okay, this should be good.
It's got to be fair, right? Okay.
This can't be.
It's got to be fair. Come on. What do you guys know? Okay, Beatle fans, in the movie Help, okay, get in Help land, you've all seen that, right? Okay. What's the only Beatles song?
I'm taking a chance. I'll do it.
I'll tell you what, just for effect, let me read the question. No. You buzzed in. We have to get your answer.
I don't.
You don't know it, or you do know it?
The nerves got the best of me.
Okay, let's reset the board.
I know the answer to this question you haven't finished. It's She's a Woman.
Oh.
I will now read the whole question.
You win.
I'll now read the whole question.
He wins.
Okay. I will now read the whole.
Okay, let's see if I got it right.
Okay. In the movie Help. Oh, we need to reset the board? Okay, no, well, he's buzzed in and given an answer, but I'm going to read the question, and it's in the movie Help. What's the only Beatles song heard which is not on the soundtrack album? And the answer is She's a Woman, and Benjamin wins. How about that? Nice job, young man. Okay, we have a nice dose of rock and roll book for you now. How's that?